song about humility. I stay clear where the ceiling.
Ladies and gentlemen, a team not in America may win the World Series. That's what we're talking about right now. Hey, what did Denzel say? All money ain't good money, Jim. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? You can't buy a World Series championship more than once because they definitely did last year. But we're back, baby. When we started this episode, we had 0-0 on the scoreboard. Dodgers, Blue Jays. Today, we got two guys who I'm huge fans of. I mean, we got Carter Cunningham and we got the man, Brooks Auger, back in the building. Super excited about it. But Jim, man, it's 3-2 right now. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to look it up before I misspeak. We're headed back to Toronto for the final two games, which would be 6, could potentially end there, or go to game 7, which
6-7.
See,
Sorry.
end the episode. That's all I need. That's all the clips I need. Hey, shout out Carter. Carter, I'm gonna send you a card now. I'm gonna send you your own card. I need you to sign it for me. And I want you to write 6-7.
I don't even think I have a card. Do I have a card?
We're gonna get you a card. It's gonna get. And you know what? I wanted to say from the 6 to 6-7. You know what I mean?
I got you.
You feel me? But Jim, man, World Series so far, 1 out of 10. What would you rate it?
I mean, I'm just not gonna say 10 because I don't want to say it's been the best ever, but it's been a 9. You can't give it any less.
Sure, I respect it. How about you, boys? I know. Brooks is a little.
He's not gonna say too high because we're trailing right now.
He's not gonna say too high, but the potential is there.
Hey, man, you like the pressure. Backs against the wall. That's when I
can win 2. It'll be a 10.
I love it. Carter, how about you, man? What do you think so far?
No, it's been electric. I'm kind of with Jim. It's probably a 9. All the games have been really fun to watch.
Could have said.
Mike, you know what I've seen at the World Series though. 2 things. Both our sponsors. I've seen Chinook Seedery there, 8 Flavors Mild and Wild, the best in the game, less salt, no sand, every time. And I've seen the boys wearing Jesus One apparel, John 16:33, empowering young men and women to be bold in the faith. Now we just got to get them on that old dominant kick, Mike. Go trio of sponsors. I'm just saying, in the World Series.
Look, I think it could be a beautiful thing if old Dominic would be able to get in the building. I mean, I think we're all tired of Goose Island. I think we can all agree on that. I don't think I have never seen a man ever go into a bar and say, let me get a Goose Island. Let me get a 312. I'm good off that. I don't know.
Mike, do you remember just last week when you invited a 19-year-old to the bar not thinking about Connor Griffin wasn't even of age?
Okay. What's your point?
2006 blew my mind, Carter.
What's your point?
And I ain't the one serving them liquor. You know what I mean? I'm just you can go into a bar. Hold on.
It wasn't like I was saying you're dumb, Mike. What I was saying is just realizing how young that cat is.
All I'm saying is you can walk into a bar at any age. I was in there at 3 waiting for my dad to finish clearing the shelf. You know what I mean? It just whether or not you drink, that's up to you, brother. And I'm not a bartender, so it's not my fault. You know what I mean? Whatever happens.
You'd be a good bartender, though. You're fine.
I think I would be a good bartender. But you know what I don't understand? And this is like, we're going to get into the episode in a minute. But like, I can't keep up. I feel like I'm such like a people person. I would forget who owes what. And then there's so many people throughout the night. I mean, you got to give me your card, bro. We got to do this right away because I don't know how much everybody's going to owe at the end of the night. They're going to be like, Mike, you're short $2,000. I'm like, but I made a lot of
new friends.
Right, I made friends. Fuck it. Sorry. All right, no more swear bombs.
You're over 1.
That's my one. Fellas, if you haven't watched the other episodes in season 4, I have said less than 10 F-bombs in 3 episodes. I'm very proud of it. So one might say Jesus won with that one because it's very hard to get me to stop. You know what I mean? But that was just a plug in our intro, and Jesus won. I love this. But let's get into the episode, man. Trey, you savage. We're talk about the savage of the building. Carter, I want to start with you, man. I mean, this is a guy you've played alongside before. To see him, I mean, you're talking about punching 12 Ks in the World Series, making Shohei Ohtani on a poster. I mean, he's got to get that frame, put that on his wall. Can you kind of talk about what's that like for you to kind of see him in this moment? And did you always think he had that in him?
Oh, did you see Drake put that on his Instagram story today? I mean, that was pretty hard.
I mean, I don't follow Drake on Instagram anymore.
I don't either.
I'm a Kendrick guy, so I didn't see it, to be honest. But go ahead.
All right. Anyways, that was sick. Yeah, no, he's the man. ever since he set foot on campus at ECU, like I've kind of said it multiple times, like he's a better person than he is player, and obviously like you see what he does on the field, so that's a testament to like just who he is off the field. He's just like so easy to root for. He just walks into the room and makes everybody around him better. And like I don't know, I'm doing my off season here at ECU, and he's the buzz of the town right now. And it's like the batter in the box is different, but it's the same exact tray than when he was here at ECU. So everybody that knows him from ECU is not really surprised. Like people are texting me from back home, just whoever, and I'm like, I mean, I've known this. Like he's the guy.
He's
so
like, I faced him in the fall. I've been embarrassed by this man before.
I mean, I've literally I've made contact like in one at bat total against him. So like I get what the Dodgers are feeling right now. Just anybody, like he was like, my brother was texting me about him. He was like, it really puts into perspective all the guys that had to face him in college. You know, like how little of a shot they really had.
I mean, that ECU team, I mean, we're not going to dive into it this episode, but Carter, man, y'all, I mean, there was a reason why everybody was expecting y'all to make that run to Omaha. It wasn't just Trey. I mean, absolute dogs across the board.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that, you know, it shows how hard it is to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we had, especially with like that last year when I was there and Trey was there, we had all the depth in the world. And it was, I felt like, especially actually like a good leadership group. I kind of took over the position players, and Trey kind of took over the pitchers, and we kind of did our thing. And I thought that was going to be the year for sure. But that ends up, you know, it's all good. God still gets all the glory.
Important though, man. Like, hold on. I didn't want to cut you off. What was that last part you just said?
God still gets all the glory.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Mike. You know, as much as he just said something nice right there, don't think I wasn't going to let you get by without me showing this video. As much as you've glazed Ohtani, I'm running this.
World Series masterpiece from 22-year-old Trey. Yes.
I wasn't not doing that for you, man.
What time does Mike Trout play in the World Series, by the way? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The Angels will never make it, it seems.
I'm sorry. I had to do that one. And, you know, you make me, like, talk down on Mike Trout.
Yeah, you do talk bad about him.
I don't even dislike Mike Trout. I love
Mike may actually come down a notch and come to this show just to talk to you.
Well, you know, if he does that, then he's way better than Ohtani.
You know what? I'm gonna give. You know what? We're gonna give Brooks a chance. That wasn't even in the notes, but Brooks, defend Ohtani. Say, you know what? My man had 10 Ks and 3 home runs in a game. Like, what's one outing?
You know what I mean?
Dude does some unreal things.
Yeah. I mean, the night before we intentionally walked him 4 times in a row.
Yeah, I mean, in an 18 inning game, fellas, did you guys complete that game? I fell asleep in the 16th inning. How about you?
Whole game.
Yeah, I did as well.
I love it. I
was disappointed.
I didn't, Mike.
You didn't make it, Jim? What inning did you fall asleep, Jim?
Bro, I almost hit the ceiling. I jumped so high on my hotel. I was pumped.
I think I went 11. If I
went 11, that's not bad. 2 full.
I'm also over 40, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, in the house is sick right now. You know what I mean? You're tired. Got to get that. You got to get that Tylenol in. Got to get all that stuff good. You know, makes you sleepy.
Apparently, I need something for dry eyes, though, according to you.
I mean, dude, you look zooted right now. But I'm playing. But man, in all seriousness, man, Brooks, I want to throw it to you. You have Ohtani on the mound. This is a do or die game, I feel like, because if it goes back to Toronto, it's a problem. It's a problem because, I mean, the Six is showing up right now. The fan base has been incredible. They're not able to get the dub. And when you have Ohtani on the mound and in that lineup at the same time, I feel like you should be in a position to say, okay, we're taking this game. What is the mindset if you're in that clubhouse for games 6 and 7? Because I think personally that at the end of the day, you have to trust the guys in that lineup. And primarily, I'm looking at Mookie Betts, Tennessee legend. Shout out Mookie. He's an absolute beast, absolute monster. But he really hasn't shown up yet. So game 6 and 7 for me, I'm looking at Mookie Betts. And I'm saying, all right, show me what it is. Show me why you were the first piece of this puzzle for this current roster. What do you think? What do you think has to go down?
Honestly, I mean, like, starting staff, pretty good. Obviously, 1 through 9, really good lineup. It's just a matter of stringing it together. I mean, either you can't hit, not pitch. You can't pitch and not hit. I mean, you got to kind of have it all at once. going into these last 2 games on the road, especially down 1, I mean, you're going to have to be locked in. There's no room for error, especially, there's going to be some savages on the mound. But it's just one of those things. I mean, I think they have the ability to do it. I think it's just one of those things. It's like it's all got to click at once. I mean, I have no doubt. A little biased here, but I have no doubt they can do it. I just think a matter of like they got to do it. It's just backs against the wall. You got to fight your way out of it.
Not to go to 7. I feel like it can't end at 6.
Yeah,
I mean, we've already played an extra game at this point.
Really, 8 games. 8 games is nuts on the body.
Yeah.
Did you see that thing on Brad Paisley doing the anthem?
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
So, Mike, all 4 times he's done the national anthem, they went to extra innings. 2nd time for 18 innings. Carter, that's crazy. Would you want him regularly? Because I mean, the games have all been elite. So I mean, I feel like better question. Are you buying tickets to a Brad Paisley anthem game going forward if you're a fan?
No. I love baseball, but like I'm not gonna watch 7 hours of it.
Yeah.
Like I really want to play 7 hours of it.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I want this documented. It is the fall of Hallows Eve. It is October 30th, 2025. I'm telling you right now, games 6 and 7 will belong to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Kike Hernandez. I believe he's the truth. I believe Kike Hernandez is going to be the difference that forces a game 7. I feel it. Because you want to tell me it's Ohtani. You want to tell me it's Freddie because fall belongs to Freddie. You want to tell me it's Mookie Betts because he's been there more than anybody and their mama. It's Kike Hernandez, brother. You get a couple beers in Kike pregame, it's over with, brother. That man is a legend. You heard me, Carter. Pregame. That man is an animal. That man finishes a 12-pack and then says, "Let me go 4 for 4 really quick on them." You know
Mike, that was poetic, but the Blue Jays are taking this, bro.
Potentially.
It's going to Canada.
I mean, we're going to Canada, but you know what I mean? What's so good in Canada other than
Carter Cunningham, dude?
Other than Carter Cunningham, you let me finish my sentence. It was Carter. You saw the lips moving. Pause.
I did.
You saw that. But anyways, look, let me get into this right now because we're talking about firsts. This next topic we're going to get into, we got to talk about Carter, man. What an incredible spring. I mean, you hit your first walk-off ever. I mean, we're talking about elite stuff. Jim, play the clip.
Swings and hits the ball high in the air, right center field. Jones going back at the wall, and Carter Cunningham has walked it off. With 2 strikes and 2 outs, Cunningham wins it for the Blue Jays in his biggest swing yet in a Blue Jay uniform.
For 2
Am
seconds.
Am I getting a ring?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? For 2 seconds, I'm like,
I had to ask Mike the question the other day. I actually sent him a text because our guest Paul Gervais, did pitch a game for the Dodgers, and he said yes, if you have thrown a single pitch, swung a bat, whatever, you get a ring.
Yeah.
Now,
unfortunately, that was spring training.
Yeah, that's.
Hey, we gonna see if we can talk to some people. Mike, make some things happen. You in some people's ears.
Listen, I don't think I know anybody in Canada, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I mean, hey, look, I'm sure at some point during life, Liam Spence will be over there because Liam just be everywhere. If you know what I mean? Liam just moves.
He's a part of the Bananas,
maybe international. We'll see what
they got like 20 teams now. I don't know what's going on.
It's nuts, man. But Carter, man, take me through that feeling, man. Your first career walk-off ever. I want to ask you this, though, because it is important. Are we talking like ever? Are we talking like never even in high school? Never, you know what I mean? Like T-ball, AAU, anything?
No, I've never, like, not even like a walk-off bunt, like nothing.
So what is that?
Probably even got to walk off at some point as a hitter.
No, me or Brooks?
No, Brooks, you got to walk off at any point in your lifetime?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, one. For sure. But you know what? Carter's a part of that club now, man. But for that to happen for you in the spring, bro, like take me through the emotions of that and just like seeing all the hard work pay off in the off season and understanding that there's so many eyes watching these spring training games more so than just in the Blue Jays organization. You have so many scouts from everywhere. What does that feel like for you to see that hard work pay off?
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely a surreal moment. I made a bunch of like swing changes in the offseason and came into spring training and like honestly was just rolling in spring training. Specifically like in that game, I think that was actually my second at bat of that game, which was kind of rare for like a bench guy to get 2 at bats in a game. But my first AB, I think I ended up walking, and then the second AB was kind of just confident in that at bat going into it. And I literally was like talking to my buddy on the bench that day, and I was like, bro, what if I came up with 2 outs? I was like, almost like, I was like, I'm gonna hit a walk off, and like jokingly, completely jokingly, and ended up like I'm on the on deck circle with 2 outs, and I like give him a look, and I'm like, here we go, and ended up happening. So that was a pretty cool moment. It was cool to see definitely the swing changes during the offseason that I put in kind of come to fruition.
Yeah, for sure. Jim, you ever hit a walk-off, kickball, softball, beer league, anything?
Yeah, softball.
Softball?
But I mean, it ain't like what he just did. Like,
You
I'm
want-
not even gonna try to play like that. We don't have any fans in the crowd or
No.
scouts. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's baby mama or something's out there, but that's about it. A random stroller. I hate the random stroller. One time I was in the outfield trying to make a sliding play. I almost like totally destroyed this 1-year-old because I'm flying through and this random stroller just appears out of nowhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was terrifying. But fellas, the next topic I really want to get into is all about Big Brooks. We got to talk about Auger, man, because he has been incredible. I mean, you're looking at what it's been like for you to be a part of this organization, to see everything going on. We can talk about the big names, but your first strikeout as a part of the Dodgers organization. Can you kind of take me through that for you? What was that like, man?
I don't know, the whole like everything post draft for me was so crazy because like y'all saw it like in college. Other than my 1 year at JUCO, I was a bullpen guy, and then obviously I had a handful of like spot starts last minute at the end of my season. But there had been no mental preparation. There had been no anything for starting whatsoever up to this point. And the draft happened. They're like, hey, you're going to start now. So you got to learn how to do new pitches. You got to learn how to manage clocks. You got to go 4 to 6 innings. Like it's a whole nother ball game than just like, hey, you're in the game, get your adrenaline high and just sling it as hard as you can kind of feelings. So I know when I got that first strikeout, like I didn't punch a lot early in the season. So when that first one came, dude, it was a relief. It was just like, finally, that's over with, and I can just kind of move on with the rest of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But
I got a beef to pick with you when I was finding clips, man. What's up with you? What's up with you walking Logan Tanner, man?
I think I was trying to
Is
throw
that a
too
friend
hard.
thing? You didn't want to strike your boy out?
I struck him out after that.
Oh, it wasn't on the.
They only posted the first at bat with him. He came back up. No hate, love LT.
We talk about it, Mike. Is it friends or foes? Anyway, I guess they still friends. He didn't give him anything over plate. Just let him go walk over.
That's like Trey. They're showing the Trey highlights. I didn't see the home run he gave up on the highlight reel, but like, I thought we were talking about the whole game. You know what I mean? We just we're very selective in what we show, and we got to show the low lights to talk about the highlights.
I do that when I make clips all the time. I ain't fixing to show the negative.
Look, man, every day before you turn on the lights, it's dark. That's all I'm saying. You got to see the dark before you see the light, Big Jim. That's all I'm saying. Come on, Jesus won. You feel me? Anyways, getting into it, I'm gonna throw it over to Jim because I think I rambled a little bit too long. Jim?
No, you're good. I actually wanted to talk about something. I think that's why Mike didn't elaborate when he was talking about Canada. Carter, man, like we haven't had anybody but Chad Dallas, the cheese, from like 3 years ago talking about what it was like to be in Canada. Like everything's different, man. You're obviously over in Greenville, and then now you're there. Like, what's it like being in Canada? Is it a whole different world for real?
A little bit. I felt like everything was like way cheaper there. Like I felt like I wasn't spending any money anytime I went out, like because Canadian dollar is like 0.7 to the US dollar. So I was spending a lot. I'll say that. But it was such a cool place. The mountains, it was like a huge city backed up like to the beach, and then the mountains were like behind the beach. Like it was like unreal. Like I was like, I'm just gonna say this, like, how do you not believe in God when you see that stuff? You know what I'm saying? Like how did this happen? Who made this?
I actually, as much as I believe in God, I got the counter argument, Mike. When it gets cold like it does up there, man, I can start to question everything. Which I was gonna take that to you, Brooks. Like I seen when I first looked to see where the loons were, and I saw Great Lakes, man, and I was up there one time. And it was cold and windy. And obviously, I hope that you got there after it wasn't like that. But tell me, what's it like in Great Lakes?
Well, Midland's the town, and small town, just like It's similar to Starkville, honestly, just a much smaller college campus than there. It's like a D2. But everyone's friendly. But that first month and a half of that season, 24 degrees, 30 degrees, like it's brutal. And they bring out space heaters. And if you're not on the field, it's penguin. It's just your penguin. Just everyone's cuddled together right next to the heater. But yeah, the cold was rough. I'm not built for that. You've seen how I'm built, kind of tall and skinny. I don't have a lot of beef on my bones for warmth. So that was kind of that was a rude awakening when I first got up there. So I'll have to prepare for next year. But pretty place, man. Like there wasn't a lot right where we were at, but you're 2 hours from Detroit, 2 hours from the West Coast and the North Coast. We're in the dead center of the states. I mean, your one off day, like if you want to go do some stuff, you're within a drivable distance to like really get to pretty much anything. The sand dunes, the beaches. I don't think there's mountains. At least I didn't see any mountains up there. But I enjoyed the area. I enjoyed my experience, my 6-7 months up there. But I think I prefer the warm a little bit more.
I didn't start this. Carter started this. I didn't start it. I work at a middle school, brother. This is my whole entire day. It's fine. But look, wait, Jim, I want to throw it here because you down south, so you ain't feeling it like that for a whole 6-7 months. You know what I mean? But
yeah, bro, it has rained. It has rained for 6-7 straight days here. I know that, and the only reason I have not complained verbally, I said this to my friend yesterday. He said, man, it is rain nonstop. He's like, man, this is terrible. And I said, you know what? After seeing what happened in Jamaica, like I refuse to complain about rain.
Yeah, not complaining in Chicago because I've never seen a tornado in my life. You know what I mean? And then we're talking about hurricanes and all this other stuff. Also, our thoughts and prayers are out with everybody everywhere on the East Coast, Jamaica, everywhere else affected by I forget the name of the hurricane. I think it's Melissa.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. Like one of your ex-girlfriends.
Never a Melissa.
Which by the way, guys, speaking of, hey, I would be remiss if I didn't bring this up, Mike. We had a revelation, boys, last episode. We have noticed, like, what just happened?
Brooks is front center here.
How do we un Brooks? There we go.
What are we doing? What is going on?
I'm digging it. However we got here, I'm happy we're here. You know what I mean?
Never had that happen ever. And I don't know why we're off to the side, but I'm gonna roll with it. So I get my point. Like this.
Let me see.
All right, no, we had this revelation when we were told why guys in the minors get engaged left and right, because it felt like every guest me and Mike had on was getting engaged. And it was brought up to us last episode that when you have a girlfriend that is willing to go to all these hole in the wall spots and A ball and double A ball and support you, they're worth marrying. So we now have the reason why, and it makes sense to me, Mike. Like it really does.
Yeah, 100%. But I want to take it here because you haven't been there, brother. I remember, y'all know Jack Sawinski, Pittsburgh Pirates left fielder, was playing. It was probably 2016, 2017 at the time. It's about March. Our season always starts around March 30th. The girls softball team always started in April when it was a little bit warmer. Whatever reason, our athletic director said we can kick rocks is what it is. I remember I got suspended from one of my first games as co-captain of the baseball team because I'm up there, right? This question, I want to start with Carter, man, because he's the hitter here. He's the guy who's trying to hit bombs all day. It's about 35 degrees, piss and rain. It's the middle of the night. I got Jack Sawinski, Pittsburgh Pirates, Jack Sawinski on the mound. People don't know Jack was slinging that thing. I got him on the mound touching 90, and I get suspended a game because I'm not swinging the bat. They're like, Mike, swing the bat. I say, you swing the damn bat. I'm not swinging the bat. This is an aluminum bat. You think I'm about to touch 90 with this bat and just grenade launch my hands? It's over. So, Carter, my question to you, man, when it's cold outside, are you looking for that walk or are you willing to risk it all?
I'm never opposed to walking. That's OBP right there. That's the OPS goes up. But no, it definitely hurts. If you don't hit the barrel if you don't hit the ball off of the barrel of a baseball bat, regardless of the weather, it's not going to feel good.
Yeah.
When you throw in the weather, it's definitely going to multiply that by at least like 20x pain. So I wouldn't be opposed, if the guy is throwing like 100 and it's freezing cold out. I might see a couple. I might take till 2 strikes and then kind of lock in, maybe sit soft there, and hopefully he flips in a slider and I can even if I don't barrel it, if it's a slider, it's not going to hurt as bad. So that's probably the approach there.
Well, to answer from a non-playing perspective, Mike, we did have Cade Anderson on our other show after he had 15 Ks against Oklahoma at Oklahoma when it was like 30 degrees.
Yeah.
And he even admittedly said he attacked the zone because it seemed like they did not want to take the bat off their shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame him. You're facing Cade Anderson in 30-degree weather. How is that fair?
I'm good off that, brother. But Brooks, how about you, man? Do you feel like you have an advantage in the cold, bro?
He said it. I mean, there's definitely the feeling of like these guys don't want to hit. So I mean, fastball's in. No one ever complains about fastball.
Are you at all affected by that? Because obviously we're feeling it on the barrel, but are you kind of feeling some type of way? Shoulder, anything?
I mean, it's definitely a little bit more of a process to get warm. But I mean, once you get hot, if you got the right clothes, like it kind of sticks, especially when you're on the mound moving so much. And then being a pitcher, it's nice when you're not on the field. You can go back in the clubhouse and hang out in the heat. So there's wins and losses to it. I mean, you can't feel your fingers on the mound. Like I'm a big, I lick my fingers every pitch. Yeah. And you lick your fingers and it's cold. It really does nothing. So that kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, it definitely opens it up. It gives you more freedom just to throw in zone because there's definitely a little bit more like skepticism about swinging a bat of. Like I said, no one wants to get jammed when it's 27 degrees. That's a horrible feeling. And I don't want to do it for sure.
Sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to make this a weather channel real quick, but I can talk about weather and baseball all day, brother. I really can.
Man, you'll never have to apologize to me. You talk about whatever you want to talk about. You're the pro in this. I'm the Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something right now. Caleb Williams is a bum. No, I'm kidding. Anyways,
there you go. No, back to you, Carter, though, man. On the season, you batted .218, 18 home runs, 71 RBIs. Man, how did you feel about your season as a whole, man? You know, obviously, I'm sure you have some sort of expectations, some sort of accomplishments that you want to, reach for. But, how did you feel about it?
First half was awful and second half was really good. So it was the first half was a lot of learning moments. I think in the first full pro season, you don't really know what to expect going into it. I think a lot of the guys can attest to that. But once you kind of get there and you get into a routine and you get punched in the face, things don't go like exactly how you expect them to go. It's not college ball anymore. Like talking with some of my teammates, it's like college was so much easier than this stuff. And you kind of just learn and grow and find what works for you. And then I felt like the difference between the first half and the second half was like actually just like committing to a routine and a process rather than abandoning it after an 0-for-3 game or 0-for-4 game. Like you just show up the same way you would, regardless of the outcome from the night before. You just show up the next day and get back to work. And I was super, super happy with how I finished for sure. It was just that first half was brutal. It was tough at times, but again, God gets all the glory, and it's you just show up every day and get after it.
What'd you say, Carter? What was that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
And God gets all the glory.
No, I was looking at it. You were a career 326 hitter at ECU. So it just shows how much harder the game is at the next level. But now it makes a little more sense because I thought 218 seemed a little low, but based upon what you're saying, a lot of that was just early, which means you probably were closer towards the 300 number on the second half. Brooks, for you, man, 22 games on the season, 5.12 ERA, 61 Ks, 3-8 record, 91 innings pitched. Like, just talk to me, how did you feel through it all? Did you have it like Carter? Was there ups and downs, first half, second half, how'd it go for you?
Yeah, mine was, obviously there was definitely a part where I was just terrible. So first third, good ERA, no punches. Then in the middle of the season, I couldn't get out of the third inning to save my life. It was just like nothing was working. And then, like he said, I finished really, really well. I was very pleased with the last 35, 36 innings I threw. I feel like I learned some stuff. Like I said, going from 2 pitches to 6 pitches, bullpen to starter, 140 games-ish, whatever we played versus the 70 in college. Like, it was definitely a wake-up call. Like, the grind of minor league baseball is real. Like, you hear about it a lot. Like, I've heard it forever. Like, oh, dude, it gets harder as you go up. And, like, you think about the game itself and the players you're playing against and not the outside perspective of, I'm living in a hotel for a week. I'm in the hotel for 2 weeks on our double dip week, like our double dip travel, like brand new set of guys that come in and out. You get guys that get sent up to catch for a day. Like you got new catchers all the time. Like there's a lot more moving pieces at this level, so it definitely makes it a lot more challenging. But I mean, I'm not mad about my year. I definitely kind of give myself a little bit of grace because, like I said, like it was the first year. I think we all kind of got to understand that to an extent. We all have expectations of what we want to be. I would love to throw 98 innings and have a 1 ERA. Like I'd love to be Paul Skeens here, but it doesn't always turn out the way we want it to. But like you said, like just kind of the realization of like it's not in my hands. There's a bigger plan out here. Like it's just kind of put in the work, put in the effort, and just keep your head down and don't stop. But
I think Paul Skeens isn't the reference anymore, by the way, Mike. I think it's got to be Trey because he literally went through every single one this year.
You know what I mean?
That's facts. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it ain't over either. If he ends up with a World Series championship, I mean that's a whole different conversation. Brooks, I'm about to villainize you for about 2 seconds. I need you to be brutally honest. All right.
I'll be brutally honest.
You mentioned having new catchers every other day. I don't want you to name drop. I don't want to say it's the Dodgers organization because I don't feel like it is. But has there ever been a point in your life where like, man, you just get a new catcher and you're like, man, this guy's about to F up my day. This guy, man, where's my boy? Where's Tommy? Where's Billy? Like, you know what I mean? Who is this guy, Freddie?
I mean, I wouldn't say there was ever a moment where I was just like, this sucks. I mean, there's definitely been moments where it's like, I have no idea who this guy is. I don't know where he came from. Like, there's no like, I mean, obviously pitchers and catchers have to be on the same page. Like, you can't sit there and shake for 30 seconds. You got 20 seconds to win each pitch. Like, there's definitely like some limiting factors in there, but I won't say I hate anybody I've ever had. Like, there's definitely been some disagreements on pitch calls, disagreements on like how we want to approach the game and like certain batters. But yeah, I'm not much on hate. I was like,
it's really more so you get spoiled. But, I mean, when you're at Mississippi State and ECU, you're going to have somebody behind the plate that is a model of consistency that you know can do their job and that you're going to connect with. So, like Brooks said, it's a ever evolving cycle.
For us, we first couple years when I played in high school and community college, it was a blessing each time because like these were calculated dudes. I mean, yeah, they couldn't hit for their weight, but man, they could frame a baseball. You know what I mean? But then like my last year, senior year, we had this guy who was like, I just hit nukes. I just play catcher. I'm not trying to run. And I was like, all right, well, bro ended up hitting 210. Long story short, there were no nukes, not a single one. And he was a horrible catcher, could not frame. So shout out. I'm not going to name drop, but shout out to him. I hope he's doing well these days. Before we get into
speaking of shout out, man, I've never 6 years of doing the show. I ain't never had my wife bring me Starbucks mid episode. Shout out to my wife.
Hey,
wow.
Yo, shout out Mrs. Cross.
Hey, I'll shout out all my catchers too. No hate.
Come on, shout out all of them, even Mr.
Yeah, man, you try to mess this man up in the.
I didn't.
You trying to get me to talk bad about my guys? Let's say
never. I said
for all my.
It'd been funny if that took a turn, Mike, and he threw a name directly out there, like, yeah, Chris is trash.
Man, if it would have been like that, it would have been like, oh, I'm tagging Chris in this pod. That's all I know. But look, just like the Dylan DeLucia episode with the frame painting in the background that wasn't so aligned, I'm gonna try to fix this. So everybody rock with us for 2 seconds because my OCD is killing me. So just listen to me talk really quick and let me tell you why the Chicago Bulls are gonna win a championship. So I think what's gonna happen. And then after that, I think it's just smooth sailing for the rest of the year. I don't think there will be any issues. So if you follow that formula, I think we're going to be great. Jim, did you get that? Did everybody?
I like how you did that. That was nice.
You liked it? It was pretty smooth.
You used to actually do that a lot. You used to cut everybody off the screen when you wanted to be a trickster. So I knew you knew how to do that.
No, yeah, I figured it out. I kind of had an idea, but I didn't want to do it during.
I just want to know why I did it to begin with, man. I ain't never done that before.
He was just rocking with Brooks. Honestly, all eyes on LA when they're down 3-2. You know what I mean?
Can't help but look like this.
You know what I mean? He
was actually trying to zoom in on him because he was sitting so far back from the camera. I know what it was doing.
He was trying to see if that painting was lined up or not. We were trying to see if it was aligned. But man, I want to start this one with Carter, man, because there's so many people in the organization right now from top to bottom who play ball the Blue Jays way. For you, man, who are you most excited to learn from going into next spring? And who do you really want to pick the brain of, kind of be a sponge or kind of just like a fly on the wall? We might have lost Carter, so I might go to Brooks for about 2 seconds. Brooks, anyways, not the Blue Jays way, but the Dodger way. Who are you most excited to learn from?
I don't know. It's weird because it's like obviously there's guys I want to pick the brain of at the big league level. but like we're kind of split. They do all their stuff on the big league side, we're on the minor league side.
Right.
But the last month being out here in Arizona, like I've gotten to kind of get around some of the AAA guys and at least just kind of start like, hey man, like what do I expect? Like what are the things, like what are the biggest things you notice between the jumps to high, to double, to triple? Like what do you think is the most consistent key factors of like how I need to go about my business to move these levels? And I mean, I've definitely started to have those conversations, and I think it's gonna be nice having built some of these relationships this year, my first year, so that when spring training does come, like it's not like I'm just bug-eyed the whole time, like scared of everybody. Like I can just go up to these guys and have these conversations.
Yeah.
But like our pitching director, like Rob Hill and Minta and Walsh and like all and Coyne, the guy that spent his whole season with me, like they are all geniuses. Like I've never met some guys like this that really understand baseball the way they do. They're just like sitting there and just having conversations. Like practice is over, you sit there and talk for 30 minutes and just like pick their brains. Like I think I've learned more about the game of baseball in the last 9 months than I've learned in my 4 years of college. No hate to anyone at college, but like there's a different approach to baseball from college to this level of college. Is like win now, succeed. And then here it's legitimately like we are developing you because like we need you. As the way they describe it is, we didn't draft you because we want you to be good. We drafted you because you need to be good at the end of October. Like there's the way they think about it is not success in the moment, it's success in the future when we need you the most. So it kind of gives you perspective of like how these conversations need to go and like how I need to work, but like we go about my business going forward. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of guys that I've like, even the guys that were on my team this year that might have only been here for a year longer than me, but like just little things of like, okay, like this is what I experienced my first year. This is what you experienced. Like, tell me some things. Like, what did you do to get better in your first off season? How did you go about learning new mechanics and new pitches and new grips? And like, there's, I think a lot of it is just like getting as much information as you can from everybody, legitimately being a sponge to not just coaches, but to other guys around you, because like everyone's career is different. Everyone's path is different, but like, that doesn't mean you can't learn from it. So
no, for sure. For sure. And then, you know, Jim and I kind of talk about all the time the differences between organizations. You know what I mean? Like the White Sox are terrible, but for whatever reason, they can just make anybody into an ace. The Dodgers organization has done such a phenomenal job at just getting the best out of everybody and finding those little things that you might not see on a stat sheet and really just making sure that you are perfect at those specific situations and kind of putting you in situations where you're going to excel. So does that kind of really help you when it comes to going from high A to double A to triple A at some point, make you feel more confident that, you know, no matter where I land, I know I'm going to continue to grow?
Oh, for sure. Like Klein, the guy who just saved, like the savior of this 18-inning game, that came out of the bullpen, like got added to the roster.
League minimum, by the way.
Series. Yeah. Like 3 weeks ago, I was racing him in go-karts across the street. Like he was here with me in Arizona, and like no idea. Like obviously I knew of him, but like, and then he popped up on TV. I'm like, wait, I know this guy. And then he goes out there and just dominates. It's just like, it's legitimately like when you get the call, like you just got to perform. And he went out there and he did it. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing is like always be prepared. Like I think that's the biggest thing is like don't let it slip through your fingers when you get the opportunity. So.
For sure. Carter, man, do we have you, brother?
Yeah. I don't know. I lost my audio. We're good.
It's okay. It happens. You know what I mean? Sometimes we lose it for like 6, 7 seconds.
You know, my man has his own podcast. I'm a little disappointed, man. He's supposed to be a professional.
I didn't get the mic set up.
Maybe
know where my mic is.
Maybe he don't use StreamYard. Maybe he uses something else. You know what I mean? Maybe it's his first time. You know what I mean? We're gonna give him some grace. But Carter, man, for you, who are you most excited to pick the brain of in 2026, or just be a sponge to the entire spring training?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like last season, well, in all honesty, like it's not even a player. Kevin Kiermaier actually came out to Vancouver for a week. And I played a lot of first base this season, but when he was in town, like I would just go out to the outfield practice because he's literally a platinum glove winner.
Yeah.
And I feel like I learned so much in that 1 week than I like Burks was saying, like than I had in my 4 years in college, or 5 years. I was a fifth year, but it was incredible. Just seeing the knowledge that he had on the game, and like he thinks it's so differently than anybody I've like really ever encountered from a defensive standpoint. Most people see outfielders and they're just like, it's outfield, just catch the ball, do whatever. But like, he doesn't take that approach whatsoever. It's
he
like,
helped prepare you for that triple play you absolutely gunned out at home.
yeah, that was sick. I think from a player standpoint, somebody that I just like look up to, and I might not even get the opportunity to like pick his brain, but like honestly, Vladdy, like you can see the way he kind of controls the game from a leadership standpoint. Like I would just like love to talk to him about leadership, not even about like baseball, but like I think he's such a strong like and great leader. I mean, I saw it in spring training, like when I was in the dugout for those big league games. But then you see it like on TV, like you see him like control his emotions and like control the team. I feel like he is like just the backbone of the team and the foundation of the team. And I think it kind of starts with him, and that's why like they've had the season that they've had. I think because he's stepped in that leadership role. Maybe then I mean I don't know what he was doing last year, but like now that I'm a part of the org, I just see him for his leadership traits. So I think it would just be awesome to pick his brain about that. And obviously, we play the same position. And he's a Gold Glove winner at first base. So
Yeah.
and he's a Silver Slug award winner. So like he's the MVP.
Yeah.
But I'm more impressed with his leadership traits for sure.
Mike, I have no shame, bro. I'm going to the best and I'm asking questions. Like,
No, you have to. You have to.
Yeah.
And I think honestly, man, more times than not, especially in the game of baseball, because in the game of football, I think a lot of guys will tell you to F off. But in the game of baseball, I feel like so many people just want to give back to the game and kind of like, hey, man, I had guys help me, so I'm trying to help you. So I definitely do see Vladdy being one of those guys, Judge being one of those guys. I mean, we talked about it last offseason on Pros and Joes, that Judge was in the building and he was seen every single day. You know what I mean? They were seeing him down in Florida. That was a great episode too, by the way. But I definitely think
shameless plug.
Yeah, shameless plug. You can go check that one out if you feel like it. You know what I mean? I definitely do agree. There's only one guy I'm always like kind of like, man, I'd be afraid to strike out in front of Shohei because you don't know what he's thinking. I feel like yesterday, I feel like that man was just looking into the eyes of Mookie Betts and he was like, do something. Because like, yeah, he's trying to win. He ain't playing no game.
Is that meme where he's poking him and he's like, do something?
Do something. Like, please do something.
No, look. So we're gonna wrap this thing up with a game, boys. We hadn't been doing games. It's something we do on the other show, but after the way it went, Mike, the other night, we put two LSU freshmen on the spot, and it went phenomenal. So I'm gonna put some pros on the spot. But basically, we've had 20 guests that have made it that we had on in college, and then have made it to the pros. And so I'm gonna pick 10 of them to put on a random list, and I'm hoping that y'all don't know all the names anyway. It makes it that much more fun, but I'm going to blind rank them on where you think they are, talent level wise, where they are now, where would you rank them? I'm going to let you guys work together. So I'm going to give you 10 names randomly and you decide what spot you think they go in the rankings. Y'all can talk it out each one. First one, Mike, I never thought this guy was going to be on the list like this, man. Made waves, but Drew Gilbert.
Oh.
Tennessee, San Francisco now managed to bring a clubhouse together with his antics. I just never saw that coming.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Brooks, what do you got?
I like his fire. I'm a scream in your face kind of person when I get hyped, so I like that about him. So, I mean, I know there's probably some pretty high ups on this list that are going to come, so I don't want to throw them too high, but I mean, I'd say like a solid 5.
Yeah. I was gonna go 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
We'll put 5 for Gilbert. All right. Next name on the list, the captain, Tim Elko.
Whew, Chicago White Sox legend, Tim Elko.
You want to take the lead on this,
man? I feel like definitely less antics than Drew Gilbert. More steady foundation and like more of a. I feel like just a leader in a different way. I feel like it'd be 4, like a little like right before Gilbert.
I like that.
Yeah,
Mike, you seen my list?
I've seen it. I think
these. I'm going to tell them now. I got to help them. They're in real trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be
Are
rough.
we too high or too low?
Too high.
A little bit.
Dang.
A little bit.
Right.
But I will say, we're not talking about mustache Tim Elko. Ole Miss Tim Elko. We're talking about full beard Tim Elko. So that's gotta have credit. You know what I mean? We gotta throw him a little love.
All right, Chase Dolander.
Dang. Yeah, we might have messed up because I feel like he's above those two guys. I mean, what do you got? Your pitcher.
I don't know. I was thinking like 7'6".
Ooh,
You didn't want to say 6'7" there.
Nope, not gonna do it.
All right. We'll throw him 7.
All right, that sounds good. Chase Burns.
Come on, that's got to be tough.
He's one of those ones where it's like he's nasty, had his ups and downs. It kind of just depends on personal preference here.
Didn't you face him, Carter?
I did.
Doesn't Wake and ECU play each other?
Yeah, Trey versus
I
Chase
threw
Burns.
against them this year too.
Yeah.
Is it as nasty as it appears on TV?
Slider, yes. I was hitting lead off that game. Coach G said you're going to swing at the first pitch fastball, and I did. And I roped it right back up the middle. So it was like I knew a fastball was coming, and then the next AB I got all sliders and swung at all 3 of them in the dirt.
That clearly was what happened in the one game. Mike, what was it? His second start, he got roped for 7 runs in the first inning.
It was Boston, if I'm not mistaken. That was against Boston.
I feel like I'm hating on him now. I gotta stop.
No, he's nasty. I'd put him 6.
You good with that, Brooks?
No 7, just 6. All right, my fault.
Seven was
We're still in the middle of this.
Let me not force it. My fault. My bad, Jim. Didn't mean to ruin it.
All right, Dylan Cruz.
Dang, this is a good list.
Yeah.
Man, you don't think we got some jabronis on our show?
I just can't. I'm trying to think of who might be coming next. I can spot these guys close.
Should we spot them one, Mike?
No.
Can we slide Elko behind Gilbert?
I would say.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna slot y'all 1. This is your 1 help. I'm gonna move Elko back to 8 all the way down the list because y'all gonna need those front 4 spots.
Yeah.
Okay. So then what does the list right now look like for them? Just
all right. So 1 through 4 are open. 5 Gilbert, 6 Burns, 7 Dolander, 8 Elko. So they got 9 and 10. 1 through 4.
Okay. I think this is very manageable. I feel like.
Okay.
All right. Now I don't want to overshoot here.
Yeah.
But Cruz is a stud. I feel like he's 3.
That's kind of. I feel like the number was the guess.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
All right, Ben Joyce.
Okay, I think he's up there pretty good. Personally,
So it's cheese.
yeah,
Sounds like a pitcher loving for a pitcher right there.
Yeah, a little biased here. I don't know who might be in a.
Let me ask you. Let me pick your brain for a second on this, Brooks. He keeps getting injured. Does it have anything to do? Like, we don't have any kind of intel, so you don't either. But does it have to do with him throwing straight gas all the time? You think?
I mean, it could be. I mean, you see it. I mean, like, Aroldis Chapman's on 106 for 8 years. So
yeah.
I don't think the velocity itself is what makes the biggest difference. I think a lot of it's just like how you manage your body, how they manage you as a pitcher. So, I mean, I don't want to point fingers at anybody in these situations, but I mean, it's probably a mix of a couple of things. I'm sure that hard.
Yeah, so Mike, that's 3 years in a row for Ben, man. He didn't make it to the end of the season.
No, but I also obviously we're going to get back to the list, but I think a huge part of it is, am I breaking up? That's terrible. That sounds ugly. Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, my goodness. We've had more in this episode than ever. All right, so y'all go ahead. Where y'all went? Y'all went with Cruz at 3?
Yeah, and then Joyce, where'd you want him?
I don't know. I feel like 2's a solid option. I don't know.
7. Anyway. Oh.
It's not you, Mike.
I wouldn't go full out 1, but I mean, I definitely would consider him me. I mean, unless you think injuries puts him at 9.
Yeah.
But
I would.
Do we have 4?
1, 2, 4, 9, 10.
1, 2, 4.
Either 2 or 4, whichever one you want.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's been, like you said, he's been there for 3 years. He's put up solid numbers. Like, the injury is probably the biggest downfall here. But also, like, it's not.
He's nasty.
Yeah. So I'm fine with 2 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jim, help us out.
All right, I'm gonna put him at 4 then.
All right. That means we got two studs.
yeah.
You got more than 2. Somebody's getting screwed. Brooks Lee. Shortstop, Minnesota.
Uh,
Mike, I ain't gonna lie. He's been the one guy that I think of all, sitting number 6 overall pick 3 years ago, but he's still doing his thing. He's still starting.
Sure.
That didn't sound
I'm
like high.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 10 here.
Okay.
All right.
I was
So we
high.
got 1, 2, and 9 left. All right, Christian Moore.
Oh, he's a beast.
He's 2 or 1. It just depends on if you want
Yeah,
to see who's coming out next.
we're gonna go. I feel like 2.
All out there.
Here we go. Final 2. Nick Kurtz.
Oh,
1. You gotta have
yeah,
one.
that's 1. He's rookie of the year.
Mike, they got to?
You got to.
Gotta go on.
To me,
All right, well,
that man saved my
one-
fantasy season.
That means one Paul Skeens is going 9.
Wow. Yeah, we messed that one up.
Let's just slide everybody down from 3 and put him in.
Look,
there.
sometimes when you play for Pittsburgh, that just happens, man. You know what I mean? Maybe next year, if he's playing for the Yankees or something, maybe it's different.
No,
Yeah.
that's the fun of this list. It's hard. It's supposed to be hard to do. So we had final was Kurtz 1, Simo 2, Cruz 3, Joyce 4, Gilbert 5, Burns 6, Dolander 7, Elko 8, Skeens 9, Lee 10.
And I wanted to make this point. I want to ask Brooks and also just Carter in this conversation. Michael Jordan said F load management the other day. And I think when we talk about a guy like Ben Joyce, it gets really important to kind of just break down why those things are occurring and why those things happen. And I think if you were to ask Michael Jordan, who played 82 games a year, should there be load management? Or you ask Tracy McGrady or Paul George if there should be load management, there's different conversations. I think for the most part, guys are doing the same kind of rehab, the same kind of workouts, eating the same types of foods. Everybody's body is just different. So do you think for a guy like Ben to have these consistent injuries, unfortunately, where you were blessed by God to have this ability to play the game of baseball at the level that you do, sometimes it's also just the cards you've been dealt as it pertains to injuries, because some guys just it happens to, and there's really no reason to explain it. Whoever wants to take
Brooks,
that.
Brooks, how long were you on the shelf injured
When? Which time?
in college?
18 months.
Yeah.
So I mean, and you came back, stronger than ever, man. And that's not always the case for each guy, Mike. To the point, not every guy comes back like that. Each body's different. I will say this: Ben is a gym rat, and he didn't have any kind of a major injury, so he'll come back.
Jim, I should have just asked you the question. You're a gym rat. I mean, you've seen guys who can lift 500 pounds, just completely obliterate their biceps or whatever the case may be. And some guys, they do it and they just don't come back to the gym. Like for you, man, you've been through it with the injuries before, just working out. Like, is that something for you where you feel like, are you ever like, after your last surgery, would you say you've gotten back to where you want to be, or you feel like you're going to be close to that again? Or do you think like that was the prime?
Yeah, that was the problem. I'm never getting back. Like I've been a shell of myself since I've been in there. And it's not even just a strength thing, man. It's a stamina, because when you're on the shelf, and Brooks can probably speak to this, it's so hard coming back. I spent a year out of the gym. And so when you're coming back, the workouts, it's not even just the strength of it, but the intensity just doesn't feel the same. It's a big mental and physical block. So for a lot of these guys, that's probably part of what you're talking about, Mike. It's, where are they mentally? How do they work through it? Not every guy's the same. Not everybody's the same.
Yeah, no jokes. I'm normally just making the jokes here. We're talking 6'7", all these things. But back in May, dude, I had 2 hernias, had to get both of them fixed, felt pregnant for about a month and a half. I told Jim, I texted him, I said, I am dying. You know what I mean? They had me on the goofball meds, all types of stuff for like 2 months. And I get back to the field. We play flag football in Chicago on Lakeshore Drive. We're the champs, undefeated, 2023. Then we had a guy with 2 hernias and then 3 ACL tears by 3 different players in the second year. So we all took this past year off, but we're starting to get back. We're starting to work out. I'm a safety corner. Jim, when I tell you we were practicing the other day, I said, man, give me the ball. Yeah, you took lockdown.
Yes, sir.
But
do you do that? Do you do that?
I do that all the time. And one time some guy punched me in the face because I did it. And it was like, it was I went home, told my girlfriend, I got punched in the face today. And she was like, oh my God, are you okay? I was like, I'm great. It felt great. I loved it. I'm a psycho. I promise you, if I could like compare myself to somebody, it's Drew Gilbert. Because I feel like I'm just pretty laid back during the shows. But when we get on the field, it's different. But my point of this was we're working out. This was this past Sunday. I'm chilling. I'm having a great time. And then we get on the field and we actually start working out. And I'm like, man, give me the ball. I start playing quarterback. Jim, you know I'm left-handed. I got no business doing this, but I could not keep up, bro. Like the stamina was gone. Everything was post-surgery. Everything we worked for, gone. So I feel like everybody's different. I know this is probably my favorite episode we've done because we just been yapping like two 40-year-olds like Jim. It's crazy.
Yeah,
This is what you be doing on the weekends, huh, Jim? You just sit in a rocking chair and you just start yapping.
Oh wow, we're going there, huh? Well,
Sorry.
Sig, you want to kick me while I'm
Rocking chair.
down?
No, you're not down. You sitting up. I see you.
Hey, I also wanted to bring up a note before we close this thing down, Carter, because we were because Mike was talking about different sports and we are talking about different things. And then we were also just talking about how baseball players were different in general. So I got asked on the Jesus One, working for them now, probably set up like 60 teams and 50 of them are baseball and it's heavy in baseball. And they asked, why do you think so many guys are stronger in their faith in baseball and, more teams are doing it? And I said, I think because of the way baseball humbles you. I said, I think with it being a game of failure, I think it's a game where you learn to lean on a higher calling more than the other ones. And so I was like, I think baseball is unique like that. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, I've never thought of that question, but like that's really good because it'll humble you real quick and like baseball makes for a pretty awful god. If you put your identity into it, you're going to be left empty a lot. You're going to be going home, mistreating your loved ones around you pretty poorly if you're going to live and die by it. So I'd rather, put my faith and my trust in a much firmer foundation than baseball.
Well, Mike, with that, man, we did plugs on all the sponsors multiple times. Jesus One got like 5. You only cussed once. You can put a ball in this thing.
Look,
there you go.
And you know what, man? I'm so proud of myself because I normally would end it with another F-bomb or something, but I'm not gonna do that today. I just want to say, God wins always, man. Our thoughts and prayers are out with everybody right now affected by Hurricane Melissa. Not one of my exes, Jim. Thank you. Never met a Melissa in my life, but our thoughts and prayers are out with everybody affected by that. In all seriousness, because it is something that I've never had to experience in my life, and I'm grateful that is something that I don't have to endure. And for the people that are doing that, the strength is with them. We are with them, and hopefully maybe we'll throw a link in there on YouTube on where we can donate or anything like that at some point throughout the next couple weeks. But make sure you give us a follow. Make sure you check us out if you haven't already. Check out other episodes, man. We need to get them numbers up because, man, we got some great quality content here that you're not going to see on social media anywhere else. Carter Cunningham, Brooks Auger, I mean, some of the biggest legends you're ever going to hear the names of, and it's just getting started. So make sure you follow them on all social media platforms as well. I am Mike Hughes. This is Jim Cross. You are listening to Pros and Joes, where a couple of Joes just sit with a couple of pros. We'll be back next week for episode 4 in season 4. Double 4. Give me that 4 for 4. 6, 7. I got to get out of here before it gets too late. With that, man, I'm out of here. Stay lovely.